I was at the Quad Summit last year and now at the G7 Summit here in Hiroshima. You see how there has been a significant shift in which India is being viewed, India is being seen. There's a lot of anticipation around the India growth story. There's a lot of questions that people have on their mind regarding India and how it is ensuring economic security, and how it is really at the high table as we keep talking about. So India at the high table over the weekend, as we highlight, Poonam, we are looking at these visuals and waiting for the Prime Minister to arrive. Those children now, you can see, and if the camera person could zoom in and show, have been rather very, very patient for the Prime Minister. He is expected in another 5 to 10 minutes, I suppose, and then a brief interaction with all those who have gathered here, and then he retires for the day.
And we are waiting as much as the diaspora there for that interaction, because those are the kind of scenes that connect the people of two different countries. You may be thousands of kilometers away, but the connect that you have with your roots, with your country, is seen at times like these, which is why we're seeing the kind of attendance that we are seeing there in terms of the people that have gathered there. People of all ages, from children to the elderly. We see everyone there patiently waiting for the Prime Minister to make his way to the hotel, where he will be retiring for the night before he gets to business tomorrow. Do stay on with me, Maria. JK Tripathi, former diplomat, also joining us on this broadcast. Thank you so much for speaking with us, sir, here on CNN News 18. There are several key meetings, several things on the agenda for the Prime Minister over the next 36 hours. Very, very significant ones at that, of course, is the surprise entry of the meeting with Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky tomorrow.
Hello.
Mr. Tripathi.
Yeah. Yeah, you see, this is an opportunity, a very good opportunity for India, and this is an event which testifies India's power and prowess. And now Prime Minister going to meet, you said Ukrainian President.
Yes.
Prime Minister going to meet Ukrainian President. It assumes added importance, because time and again Zelensky had been requesting India to intervene, to mediate, and Russia also had many times, many occasions, Russia has said that Russians don't have any problem. Putin doesn't have any problem in India mediating, but all said and done, I don't think India will mediate even at this time. Let those powers which are trying to mediate, like China, like France, let them do their work. But India will not mediate, because India will prepare the ground for meeting. But India will not mediate simply because we do not recognize mediation of third party in any bilateral issues. And you remember that we have already very politely declined the offer made by President Trump to mediate between India and Pakistan on Kashmir issue. And we very politly said then, thank you very much, but we will not accept any mediation from outside. It is a bilateral issue and we will solve it bilaterally. So because of this, we will not mediate, because if we mediate, then it will backfire on us and international community.
Yes, it opens a Pandora's box that we wouldn't want to touch, really, JK Tripathi. But as far as the Quad Summit is concerned, that is expected to happen tomorrow morning with the four leaders of India, US, Japan and Australia. Do you think this is something that will have China jittery?
Well, certainly, because from the very beginning, from the very first day when Quad foreign ministers meeting took place, China said it is nothing, it is the ocean surf. And then later on, when the first meeting took place during the Corona time, then China was very much worried, and China named it Asian Quad. So China is worried because China has been cornered at many fronts. On economic front, an Indo-Pacific area, region. And it has tussles with the tension with India, border tension. Then Tibet also simmering. Then it has Xinjiang province. It has been criticized time and again.
Yes.
So China is in a corner, in a tight corner, and that is why China will certainly react. Many people had been saying, last time that India never mentions China when it comes to Indo-Pacific. But you see, the best diplomacy is that when you strike without mentioning anything, and it hurts the person who you are going to, or the country you are going to strike. So India has not mentioned mentioned China at all, but China immediately reacted. That means it is pinching China, and
Yes.
China is going to, react very sharply. You will see.
Absolutely, and it'll be interesting to see the kind of reaction that comes to the fore from China over this weekend. But Mr. Tripathi, thank you so much for speaking with us here on CNN News 18. We continue to get you the mood on ground in Hiroshima in Japan, where the Prime Minister is just about to reach his hotel, where he is going to be staying for the next 24 hours. The Prime Minister has a lot on his plate for tomorrow, business-wise. But look at the mood that's on ground there in Japan. Over to you, Maria.
That's right. Prime Minister Narendra Modi expected any moment, I would say. And then he would be interacting with the Indian diaspora. A brief hello with each and every one of them, shaking of hands that we often see, while the Indian diaspora will be carrying forward the message that the Prime Minister has been giving of India's position vis-a-vis the global economies and other, because there's a lot of anticipation around India. As you see now, Poonam, whenever you travel, you see that there is a lot of curiosity. There are a lot of questions that are asked about how India is managing its economy, how India is managing because of its growing population, growing demographic, how is it managing various other challenges at hand. So when you look at these images of Indians, talking about the various aspects of India growth story, you realize that how important it has, become when we look at. Let me get you some more voices of Indians. आप कितनी देर से यहाँ पर हैं?
मैं पिछले 4 घंटे से यहाँ पे हूँ, ओसाका से आया हूँ।
हाँ।
और जो लोग भी आए इतने पिछले 4 घंटे से, कोई टोक्यो से आए, कोई 10 घंटे से, जो वेट कर रहे हैं ना, वो सिर्फ मोदी जी के लिए। और वो मोदी जी के लिए वेट यूँ कि वो यशस्वी प्रधानमंत्री हैं। उन्होंने अपने कर्मों से, अपने राष्ट्रीय भक्ति से और अपने परिश्रम से जो युवाओं को संदेश दिया है, तो वो एक झलक पाने गए कि उनसे जो तीन चीज़ सीखें मिली, मैंने उनसे 3 चीज़ सीखें मिली है: परिश्रम, राष्ट्रीयता और देशभक्ति,
नेशनलिज्म।
या नेशनलिज्म। तो उसके कारण मैं यहाँ आया हूँ।
आप जापान कितना साल पहले आए थे?
मैं जापान 20 साल पहले आया, और मैं इंडिया में राजस्थान से हूँ, और मेरा यहाँ पे स्पाइस का काम है। पूरे जापान के जितने भी इंडियन रेस्टोरेंट हैं उनमें सबको मैं सर्व करता हूँ।
आप स्पाइसेस देते हैं?
स्पाइस देते हैं, और स्पाइस की कंपनी बनाने के लिए एक स्टोरी बहुत बड़ी।
अच्छा।
क्योंकि मैं प्योर वेजिटेरियन था
जी।
तो यहाँ
सो आप जब भी प्रधानमंत्री आते हैं, जिस शहर में जापान के आते हैं, आप वहाँ जाते हैं?
हमेशा जाता हूँ, और मैं आपको फोटो भी दिखा सकता हूँ।
हाँ।
कि मैं बहुत क्लोज से काफी बार मिल चुका हूँ।
आप मिल भी चुके हैं प्रधानमंत्री जी से?
हाँ जी, हाँ जी।
और आपके पास फोटोज भी है?
हाँ, बिल्कुल फोटोज है, ये देखिए।
हाँ,
मैं आपको बताता हूँ।
हाँ। Poonam, let's because he's scanning through his album to get a picture in which he has interacted with the Prime Minister. So I think he's hoping that perhaps again he will be able to get a glimpse of the Prime Minister and get another photograph in his album. आप zoom in करके इधर से दिखाइए।
Yes, sir.
हाँ।
ये
So आप ये last time था?
ये लास्ट टाइम तो मेरी बेटा और मेरे साथ।
हाँ।
ठीक है।
हाँ।
ये देखिए,
ये लास्ट टाइम की तस्वीर है।
last
और
time
इस
की।
बार भी आप कोशिश करेंगे कि मिल जाए कोई फोटो?
बिल्कुल जरूर मिलेगी।
हाँ। ठीक है, चलिए।
Only one, there are several other people who are hopeful that not only do they catch the glimpse of the Prime Minister, but also have a conversation with him. Maria, we'll keep coming back to you, but before the Prime Minister arrives at his hotel, slipping into a quick break, we'll be back in just a few minutes.